this weekend, I taught a workshop of quantum liberation, which was very, very international. I had at least 4 different countries represented, and people came from all over France, and some of them were foreigners living in France. And among all the attendees, there were several people that came from the same country. And it was the first time that I was doing any quantum liberation with people from that country. And something really interesting happened during this weekend because those 3 people, maybe it's a coincidence, but I tend to think that maybe it is actually a pattern that comes from that country. All of those people had the same wound, which was that they didn't feel well taken care of. They wanted to have more people taking better care of them. They had this wound of a little child that is left and they feel abandoned. You know what I mean? And so I came to realize that actually it was a cultural wound, and most likely it comes from the way that babies are birthed in that country, and maybe those babies are separated from the mother at birth, and then the links between the mother and the child are not done properly, and therefore the baby has the wound of feeling abandoned and not taken care of. And so because of those wounds, all 3 of them were challenging me to take better care of them more and more. And on Saturday evening, it came to a blowout between one of those people and me. They sent me texts that were rather, like, whoa, you're not taking care of me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, what is that? What's happening? And so without talking to her about it, I did respond, and we I explained to her my point of view. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I received that text. Therefore, it is what I call the gift of the annoying people, which means that when you have an issue with someone, you can look inside yourself. What is like this? What is responding to the wound of the other person? Because maybe they are like that with pretty much everybody, but if they're like that with me, then it means that I have some kind of a trigger about it, because otherwise they wouldn't do it with me. They would do it with other people, but not with me. So I looked and I started doing the work on myself on Saturday evening. And she also did it without me knowing. And so the next day when we saw each other, it was so beautiful because it was just like, hi, so nice to see you. We didn't even have to apologize. We didn't have to explain. It was over and done with. We were back to loving each other. We hugged and laughed, and it was just beautiful. And it reminded me of what is possible with quantum liberation. We don't have to talk it over. We don't have to hold grudges and resentments. And we don't have to take personally behaviors that are either ancestral or are cultural. And even if they were our personality, we don't even have to take it personally. Our personality is not something to be taken personally. It is just a bunch of patterns that can be let go of. And as we let them go, we allow our heart and our true self to emerge. And then usually it's kind of fun and it's kind of joyous and silly and authentic and messy and beautiful and just heartwarming altogether. And so it really touched me deeply, that story, and I wanted to share it with you. I invite you to come to the next workshops. There is one coming up actually next weekend in Manchester, and I'm getting ready to teach the advanced course for the first time as well, which is really exciting. So I'm going to post the links below, and I send you a lot of love. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.